What's up, gays, straights, and other days? It's Mally. I'm back with another episode of Lady in Mystery. We just finished lgbtq's episode 10. We found out that her servant is indeed a psychopath. But then so is lgbtq for having her poison my brother. So let's... Oh, she better have a good explanation. And I also don't know if I should be calling her Guardian or lgbtq, but I'm sure she'll let me know. But I will keep using ghost voice for Guardian because I'm going to assume that that name means that she's in hiding or disguise. Shh. We started running right away at night and arrived at Ansi's house. I was thankful that she was going to help me, but I didn't know she meant to do it right now. Wait, what? Are we going right to the... What? I was soothing my heart over the wall, befuddled, and lgbtq tapped my shoulder. Wait, no, you're lgbtq right now, which means... Okay, we're switching. You can go up to the roof and wait. Huh? Roof? Never mind. My bad. Just sit here with some straws on. lgbtq picked a bunch of straws and put them on me. What are you doing? You are a crow. Then she jumped over the wall. Hey! While I got left alone and grasping the straw, I heard the voice from over the wall. I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. You dumped straw on me. Okay. While my startled heart was beating fast, the footsteps of lgbtq were getting further away. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Ooh, title card. Episode 11, Keep It Up and Do It Right. That is the most normal sounding title we've gotten for lgbtq's whole route. Oh god. Alright. Soul Young. Soul Young. Yep, that's my name. Someone kept calling my name. Who? When I got up amid the acrid smoke, I could feel a wet towel roughly put on my face. At the same time, I caught eyes with my brother squatting down in the dark. Oh, it's Woosung. Wait, no! That's my real brother. You should run away now. Something happened. Brother, what do you... I should run away? What about you? Not that I woke you up. I should check on our parents. I'll take them all out. You should go ahead and wait for us on the mountain road. I'll come find you soon, so don't go too far, alright? My brother grabbed my hand that was holding a towel one more time, and then quickly disappeared into the dark. I was watching him, knowing that he'll never come back again, and then felt suffocated. No. You shouldn't go now. Don't go! Don't go. I wanted to tell him not to go, but I couldn't open my mouth. At that time, I didn't know anything and just got out of the blanket and started running away through the back door. So no matter how many times it's repeated, young me kept repeating the same thing I did that day. I just opened the door and ran on the empty road alone. Only my footsteps were filling the endless void loudly. The morning air in the winter was cold, and my shoes were too big that they kept slipping away. After running for a while, I got scared by hoofbeats and got into the mountain road. As I went up higher and higher, crouching down, I couldn't think of anything else. I was just hiding and waiting endlessly because my brother told me to wait. I just believed that my mother, father, and brother would all come to where I was. I had no idea that I would never see them again. Then I woke up and opened my eyes. I pulled the straws towards me unconsciously and gave a sigh. Since lgbtq took so long, I must have fallen asleep for a while. Well, that's dangerous. I was leaning against this unfamiliar wall. Wait. She's taking too long. Wait. She still hasn't come back yet? As I started to get worried and turn my head around, lgbtq... do not scare me like that. Don't do that to me. lgbtq was looking at me blankly right next to me. Oh my god, my gosh! You should have woken me up when you came. Why were you staring at me like that? As I answered with a hoarse voice, lgbtq touched the back of her head awkwardly. I was just looking at your sleeping face since it was so nasty. And you wonder why I haven't fallen for you yet? What a sweet thing to say. Here, I brought something that might help, so you should check. lgbtq put out this and that from her pocket and put them in my arms. The first thing I noticed was the signature of that guy named Jung Pyung-ho. Why? I think Ansi is keeping up the good relationship with your enemy due to his work, so I just took everything I saw. Is there anything here that you can recognize? I thought you were gonna kill him, but you just looted his... Okay, I guess that's better. All the documents that Jung Pyung-ho wrote himself. I was barely looking at the papers in my hand and started to search through my pocket. A crinkled promissory note that I took from some liquor street was fluttering in the wind. Juhee found it at the store where they sell some cheap soybean paste. In the corner of that note was the signature I saw when I was little. The exact same signature. What's that paper? A promissory note? The signature on the corner is his signature. I folded the promissory note while getting up. There's no reason for me to be in front of his house anymore. Or this house. Same thing. We walked on the mountain road on the way back. We walked on the edge of the mountain for about an hour to avoid patrols. Then I could see some lights swaying from the distance in front of us. Ah, the robot's back. My lady. It was Iljume's servant, Robot. She came running with a torch made of coiled straws. I came to pick you up, as is my protocol, hee hee. I told you not to come all the way out here. Is everyone sleeping? Yes, I checked that the lights were off in all of the rooms. Anyone awake, I murdered. Only the room that Lady Juhee's staying is still bright. With her words, Iljume frowned a little and turned around. That girl is smart. Yeah, she is. She's our bestest buddy. And she picks up things quickly. Yep, that's my Juhee. Scholar, does that Juhee girl know all the things about you as well? Actually not yet. No, I don't think I've told her yet, actually. Like all the things I heard from you. No, she doesn't. I tried even harder to hide it from her since we're living together. I don't think she knows anything. Then tell her, idiot. Alright, that's fair. What? Do you really think she doesn't know it all? How can she have no idea that you were looking for something or that you had some unfinished business? Well, I know she doesn't know the specifics. How can she not know anything? I mean, the way you sleep. What? Iljume paused and gave a sigh. Anyway, you should tell her since you're living together. But Hey, Did I tell you to tell her everything? Just tell her a little bit. Yeah, but I want to open up and tell her everything because she's my bestest friend. It's not about telling a little or a lot. I can just tell her that I have an enemy and it won't put me in a dangerous position. I know that. But if she knows about my secret, then she'll feel pressure from it. How could I do that to her? That's a weird thing to hear. Of course you share the danger when you share the truth. But not knowing anything doesn't make it less dangerous to stay with you. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. To put it bluntly, you are a wanted criminal. She can't be safe from that level of danger just because she doesn't know shit. So what are you worried about? Then her servant proudly nodded next to her. I've decided to share all the danger with my lady. Beep boop. Only me. Is that so? I didn't know how to respond when she called me a wanted criminal, but I know she could give me this advice since she's a wanted criminal as well. As I lowered my head, I heard the sound of a straw torch breaking apart. Iljume's servant held the torch at another angle with her dirty hand and walked briskly. Has your servant been with you for long? Do we look like that? Like what? No, it's only been 2 years that my lady built. I mean that I met my lady. It's not that long. Beep. The servant cleared her thought with a smile and started talking with a shy face. That's not shy, that is the face of evil. I got kicked out of the workshop, I mean house. I was built, I mean working, and I got nowhere to go. So I was just standing in front of the pharmacy in my bare feet. Then a strange lady I've never seen before asked me to hold her medicine pouch for her. So I came to her house and sat there for a while hoping to get a free oil change, I mean meal. And she didn't tell me to get out. And I had nowhere to go, so I just stayed there shamelessly for 2 weeks. She did. So I just gave her a name and told her to serve me. She is a robot! She said the meaning of my name is Sunshine. That's ironic. As we walked together, I could see Iljume's house before long. Iljume stopped for a while and called that servant girl with her finger. Go inside and wake up the lady who came with the scholar. You can just tell her that the scholar here asked you to bring her to the backyard, because she doesn't know that this is my house. I have to talk to Juhee alone? Oh, like that's so bad. Right now? Yes. Do you have a problem with that? I don't think it's a good idea. Why? Well, usually when she wakes up in the middle of sleeping. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh. That's why, because she becomes even more of a cranky baby. Hi. What is it? I got scared when I saw Juhee getting mad with a frown on her face. I woke her up while she was sleeping, so imagine how meaner she got when she's already so aggressive in normal days. I had to deal with her alone since that servant backed away from this. Smart move. I tried hard to appease her temper balkingly. I had something I need to tell you. Oh, wow, you're such a beauty. She's not gonna buy that. You look even prettier under the moonlight. Careful, Heesoo, it might look like you're flirting. I just woke up. I know I don't look prettier now. Ridiculous. No, I mean, thine eyes shine like the dirt on the floor after a freshly fallen rain. And it's just so obvious that I'm pretty day or night. You don't have to remind me. Juhee closed her eyes for a while, touching her side hair with her palms, then opened her eyes again. She seemed completely awake now. Oh, what was that before? You said you have something to say. I'm going to be so mad unless it's very important. So please, go on carefully. What constitutes as important to you? I don't know. Proposing a marriage, maybe? No, we already did your route. Ugh. Of course I'm going to say no, though. Thanks. Or maybe a confession from you like, look at my face. It's so girly, right? I actually like guys. No, that's never gonna happen. I'm very gay. I'm gay. Something like that. What? Or that you have a crush on someone and wanted me to help you seducing her with my special method. I don't want your help in seducing Leader Cog. Thank you very much. Why are all her examples like that? Yeah, why are they all based in romance? No, it's not like that at all. What is wrong with you? Then what is it? You smug motherfucker. Even though everything was set up now, I kept swallowing nervously. I took a deep breath and then blurted out at a stroke. I need revenge! Yeah, I deserve that. No, not to you. To me? What? Oh, sorry. I thought you got hurt by me and wanted to get revenge to me now. First of all, why would I tell you that? Second of all, what? No, that's not it. Do you remember what I told you the other day? That I opened Heesoo to find someone? At that time, Juhee asked me if the person I'm looking for was someone precious to me, and I said it was the opposite. Juhee frowned for a while and shook her head. It's not like she didn't remember. She seemed more like the memory is quite vague. Then she looked up at me. I don't know. I think I might remember. My arch enemy is living in Hanyang. Your arch enemy? There's a guy who made both of my parents die and destroy my family. I've been looking for him for 5 years ever since I came to Hanyang. I wasn't sure what you might think of that, so I couldn't tell you, but... Juhee got really surprised and looked at me, then she closed her mouth. She didn't really seem to be surprised that much. I mean, you are two unmarried guys living together, so I kind of guess there must be some unordinary story behind it. You've never heard of Friends? Okay. Juhee's voice was cold. Then I started to get nervous that she might judge me. I was lowering my head regretting telling her, then I heard Juhee give a sigh for a while. How could it even take 5 years? You should have revenged already. I'm sorry that I'm not faster at this. What? It's of course for a guy to get revenge for their parents. Reconciliation is a term. It's called sahwa in Korean. It's the act of forgiving the enemy of the parents and made peace with them. Are you gonna tell me to do that? Really? Juhee's gonna tell me to reconcile? Juhee? A real man should return a favor with his life and sacrifice his life for revenge. The act of forgiving the enemy of your parents and making peace with them is called reconciliation. If you were just gonna tell me what it means, why'd you make me collect it? You've done it for 5 years against your will. What can be the worst thing to do to your parents than this? Even though I'm not a guy, when I heard Juhee, I felt enervated and relieved. Why did I think that Juhee might stop me? Yeah, it's Juhee. Juhee set aside the other stories and just talked about Yongbon's duty. And she started to get more adamant. You've read the Book of Han, right? Sure. Then you would know the story of perseverance, Sussy and OJ, so... Sure, the incarnation of revenge. That dude whipped the dead body. Yeah, we're back to that dude, leave me alone. That dude whipped the dead body of the King Pyong 300 times with the bronze whip and destroyed it without a trace. Did you just tell me that you pulverized a... I didn't know who the heck that dude was. I've never even heard about the story of a bronze whip or an iron whip or whatever. Whipping the dead body? You should be prepared to cut their throat and whip. Juhee! Huh? As my jaw was dropping, Juhee crossed her arms and tilted her head. By the way, who's the enemy? It sounds like you've just found him recently, right? I think you've seen him too a few days ago. The guy who came with On-Si. Do you remember? He introduced himself as a professor from Translation Academy, Zheng Pyong-ho. The guy with all the black clothes. Juhee narrowed her eyebrows a little as if she was debating. It's going to be hard. Wait, you're not helping. No, stay out of this. What do you mean? If he's in that position, he might have someone powerful on his back. I'll tell you later. It's going to be really hard for just the two of you to do anything. It's even hard with the help of someone powerful. I don't like where this is going. Then I heard footsteps running from outside the wall. Juhee and I looked at the wall at the same time. The next moment, Ilgime put her hands on the wall and jumped over. Ilgime stepped on the wall. This fucking theme again. Illujume stepped on the wall, jumped higher, and then jumped off onto the moonlight. Then she opened her arm with a certain angle and then landed with a cool posture that made me really embarrassed to watch. That's my friend. It's her own house. Huh? As Juhee got surprised and covered her mouth, Illujume crossed her arms and exaggeratedly nodded. That's why I decided to help the scholar here. Hey, fuck you. Illujume scoured the flower and smiled. Do you have to do that? She seemed so proud that she couldn't hold it. Juhee was freezing for a while, pointed at Illujume and grabbed my sleeve. What is this? Yeah, I know that one. I'm sorry you had to meet this way. This? As you see, this thief is Illujume, and this thief? He decided to help me. For better or for worse. Oh, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. Juhee's gonna fucking murder me. Oh my goodness. She's gonna kill me. The next morning, the courtyard of Illujume's house got busy as Woosung woke up. All the servants were talking to Woosung and distracted him. Oh my, I think I accidentally put rat poison on your snack when I was trying to get rats. Oh, that's right. You poisoned him.
Tasty.
I'll give you this instead. You think he's gonna take anything from you now, Ilwa? Rat poison. Did I take rat poison? I don't know. He would have died already if it was real rat poison. There's no way it was rat poison. But Woosung really seemed to believe it and frowned. Well, Woosung's kinda dumb. All sorts of gifts were given in Woosung's arms while he was flustered with a frown. New clothes, silk perfume, gat string, and brush. What is all this? It's to say sorry for poisoning you. Woosung just stood there holding gifts in his arms with a dumbfounded face. And at last, servants from Guardian's house brought out a big bundle. Inside that bundle were a lot of normal honey cookies they gave him as an apology gift. Woosung turned pale and didn't even touch the cookies. Only after I took that cookie bundle for him did he get relief and breathe out. Before long, Guardian came down the stairs with light steps and said farewell to Woosung. It's really weird seeing you in that stuff now, Illujume. Cause you look so creepy. Take good care of yourself when you go back home. I'll ask other people to investigate the feng shui. Again, I apologize. All this was Illujume's plan. Anzi is going to get furious and stamp on his feet though. He better pay us. Everything happened at lightning speed and so smoothly while Woosung was befuddled. How can he stop us from going back when Woosung ate something wrong and got sick? Well, thanks, I guess. After coming back to Heesoo, Woosung was sitting with his hand on his forehead and then finally opened a little bottle and started smelling it. Then he looked at the clothes he got. He frowned a little and then shook his head as if he didn't like it that much. Why did they give this to a guy like me? Because they poisoned you. I don't like any of these. You're such a liar. As soon as I smelled the scent, I realized that's what Illujume usually uses. Same with the clothes. She gave him what she thought was the best, but Woosung frowned and said it's not really for a guy. Wait, what? I didn't know how to start the conversation, so I just looked at Woosung for a while. Then when Woosung put down the clothes, I brought it out right away. I'd struggled with the sentence. Illujume is gonna come here this afternoon. Okay. What? Are you just fine with that? What the? There it is. Illujume. He heard about my story and decided to help us get revenge. I said in a plain voice and smiled brightly at him. Better be okay with this, and if you're not, we're doing it anyway. I thought it would help me get away with the situation. But then Woosung screamed like the sound of a whistle. Oh, like a... Why would he... We've been chasing each other and then eventually got to know each other. So I've been in contact with him recently. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you earlier. Woosung didn't say shit. I mean, I've gotten some letters with him every often, and we ran into each other several times as well. It's not really a big deal. Woosung seemed to be frustrated that I didn't mention anything about Illujume to him other than anything. Well, I'm allowed to have my own secrets. And he almost passed out with shock when he heard that Illujume knows about my identity. He ended up being discouraged, flinching his thick eyebrows. Juhee was looking at Woosung for a while, put her arm on the table. Oh, hey. You don't always have to know his personal relationships just because you are his brother. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You're too much sometimes. I'm just worried. Uh-huh. Yeah, we know that. And I don't think that Illujume or whatever doesn't have good intentions towards my brother. Really? He seemed to have a good intention. He worries about your brother a lot. I can feel it by the look in his eyes. Before she even finished the sentence, Woosung freaked out and got up. What? You met him separately as well? Huh? Yes. Last night was the first time I saw him, though. I think that was when you passed out after taking a poisoned honey cookie. Mr. Heesoo called me, so I went, and a little later that thief jumped over the wall like this. Juhee opened her arm, trying to imitate Ilshime's posture, then supported her chin with her hands again. Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, since it's happening, why don't we just all be on the same side and make it work together? So I decided to get on board with it. Wait, who said you were involved? Just in time, the door opened. But there was no one on the other side of the door. Wait, what? As we looked at the crack in the open door for a while, a masked face popped out. Oh. You're so awkward, just come in. Now suck it up, you two. Guy, is it okay if I get in? I don't know if she was trying to be prudish or whatever, but she said something unnatural for him and came inside with sassy steps. Hey. But she didn't even go near Woosung and sat between me and Juhee. Woosung was glaring at Ilshime, looking so defensive and wary. Oh. Really? Really right now? You know what? Just for that, just pretend that I threw my arm around Ilshime right now, because I would totally do that just to be petty. Yeah. Oh, get over it. Is he keeping his mask on like this? Woosung shook his finger at Ilshime. Given her personality, she would have scolded him already, but she didn't say anything. Ilshime was looking at us for a while, then she put her hands on the back of her head and untied the mask. Whoa, you don't have to. But Ilshime already revealed her face. Ilshime looked at Woosung again with a smile. I decided to become friends with Mr. Kim here, so I'll trust his family as well. Of course, I could tell from the beginning that it's actually hard to call you a real family though. Don't you dare say it! She was definitely talking about Woosung. She was implying something when she said she can't really call us a real family. Don't. But Juhee thought she was talking about her, so she got surprised and flinched her shoulders. So what are you going to do now? That's what I came here to discuss. Soon the documents he stole from Ansi's house and folded on the table. It was some letters between Ansi and Zhang Pyong-ho and some useless information. As we add information together, we could roughly guess what Zhang Pyong-ho is doing. Translation Academy or Department of Translating Education. It was an educational institution next to the Department of Translation, which is a department for translators. Most of the translators are from that academy. Zhang Pyong-ho must be a professor there. As a professor of the Translation Academy, he's staying in that place, teaching the language of Qing, and besides that, he's managing the property of Translation Academy. He must be accumulating wealth with that. Ilshime knocked on the table carefully and asked Woosung, "Do you have any ideas so far?" She already heard his idea from me, but she checked with him again. Woosung hasn't changed his mind and answered bluntly. I was going to go to his house where there are not many people around and kill everyone in that house, before anyone can even scream, because otherwise the odds would stack against us. Gosh, I've already heard about your plan from him, but you really are dumb. I'm not going to say anything. How is killing revenge? You should take away everything he has. Did you come here to suggest we should rob him? Is this just a fun activity for you? I mean, probably, but I mean, sounds fun. It's really serious for... Hey, I'm serious too. Ilshime cut off Woosung's words. Why can't you think in the long term? What do you think people would think if a professor of a translation academy got stabbed to death in the middle of the day? People will mourn his death sincerely, right? They'll feel bad for him and pray for his soul. On the other hand, you became a scoundrel in their mind. People will hate you so much and you'll get executed. That is the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. I've never been afraid of dying. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, you can just die and that's gonna be it for you. But what about him? Do you really not know what he would have to go through left alone? Woosung didn't say shit. Your reputation after you die becomes your name. Whatever you did when you were alive, if you commit a crime, Zhang Pyong-ho will remain as a good person who deserves pity and empathy. You'll feel good at that moment, but you can never take back whatever happens after that. Okay, then you actually sound smart. What do you suggest we do? We should disgrace his name somehow that fits with his life. I never said we should steal his money. It's much better to steal his life, not leaving him any coin or fame at all. Before Ilshime finished her sentence, Juhee suddenly gasped out loud. She's been reading the documents alone. She waved her finger, narrowing her eyes. Oh, we got a term. Che position, a position where you work for a certain period of time and gets paid, similar to a contract worker. Ah, so he's a freelancer. I knew it sounded suspicious when I heard his position. Zhang Pyong-ho's official position is a Che position. Che position. As Juhee used an unfamiliar word, Woosung quickly looked away. He got nervous that she might find out about his real social status. I think she knows at this point. But then when I looked at Ilshime, she was looking at me as well with a tentative face, licking her lips. What, you don't know either? When I asked him with my eyes, Ilshime smiled. Unlike Woosung, who's being careful to hide his real social status, Ilshime just asked Juhee right away. What is a Che position? Aren't you Yangban even though you are a thief? How come you don't know that? Juhee looked at Ilshime with a dumbfounded face and then shook her head as if she just gave up. Yangbans these days, they're all so weird. That lady of the house, Angarian or whatever, had a really weird manner as well. Oh, Juhee, keep going, please. What are you surprised for? Nothing. It's nothing. Eh. Juhee was looking down at the floor for a while, then suddenly turned her face at me with a doubtful face. Mr. Heesoo, what? No, I know what it is. It means a position you have only for a certain period of time, right? Choicebased position. It's basically a hoax position on the paper that you just put your name on it every year and draw allowance. And Juhee just started explaining about it to lgbtqgame. The king has so many people to give a position to, but there's only a certain amount of work, so he can't give everyone a job. And you can't make up other work when there's nothing to do. So he puts some people in a choicebased position and just gives them allowance for nothing. That's a choicebased position. Then that guy, Zheng Pyong-ho, has no fixed task, huh? He's just called the professor. Right? So, what would this mean? It means that he has someone powerful on his back. How can a single translator be in a choicebased position on his own? Like Juhee said, he must have someone higher up looking after him. I knew it. He wouldn't be dismissed even if he made some big mistake. Also, it's not easy to take down this kind of guy quietly. It's gonna be hard to get revenge elegantly. But it wouldn't be that hard for 3 guys to take down 1 man if you put your brains together. If everyone here is a Yongbon, you should be at least resourceful enough to do that. Okay, Juhee. Don't you think so? You are all Yongbons. That's right, but 3? 3 guys? What about you? Oh, of course. I should go back home. Why would you need a lady with you when you are 3 guys? If you guys are that lame to depend on a woman, you wouldn't be able to get revenge anyway with or without me. You're so obnoxious. Geez, lame? Well, yeah, you. She's talking so directly. Yeah, she is. Bestest friend. You can come to me when you can't handle your ignorance about Yongbon life. I'll let you know some of it. I mean, 3 people would be enough. It would have been hard with just 2, though. Right. Wu Bei, Gan Yu, and Zhang Fei were 3 people as well. If 3 guys work together, you should be able to conquer the world. We're not 3 guys at all, but Juhee kept calling us 3 guys. I was in a sweat, feeling uncomfortable from guilt. Then I heard footsteps from outside the door. Wait, who the fuck could that? Everyone got surprised and looked at the door. There was another noise from outside again. But who's coming at this hour? Yeah, usually I get like a feel of like who would show up, but what? We looked at each other in the air of tension. Wait, did the guy find us? A little later, someone even rattled the door from outside. Luckily, I locked the door properly. Then that person outside knocked on the door. Soyeon! Oh, let her in! Sir, I came here to ask you something. It's Damo, Jae Soyeon. Oh, let her in! Let her in! Let her in! Oh, of course we're gonna let her in. Okay. Well, thank you for naming yourself, lovely. Aw. Oh, yay! We're gonna be all in there together. Aw. That's gonna be so cute. Okay, we're gonna save this adorable meeting for next time because that's gonna be all of us in one place. All we're missing is Leader Kong, really. But I mean, I can't really like be that greedy, but I'm just glad we're all together in the same place. But we're gonna have to save that for next time because I do have somewhere to go right now. So thank you so much, whoever happens to be watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. Until next time, bye. I'm so happy to have us all together in one place. Yay.